What is the difference between 3D, 4D, 5D, and all this that everyone is talking about and that you may be hearing about or seeing? And that's what I want to explain today. Um, so these are all just states of consciousness, states of awareness, uh, basically, and that's it. So you're the 3D, yes, it's the physical reality that we live in, the physical world, the physicalness of everything. But it's also a consciousness. And the 3D consciousness is very fear based, very trapped and manipulated, and um, being told what to believe instead of finding the truth within and believing your truth. It is systems. Um, it is believing that you have a past that defines your future. It is believing that, or having a viewpoint of time being linear, time being my past is this is what's now, my future is going to be this. Okay. 3D is division. So it's, I'm a Republican, you're a Democrat, I'm a Christian, you're a Buddhist, I'm a this, you're a that. Everything is divided. 3D is us looking at nature like it's just a thing that's there, separate from us, not paying that much attention to plants and trees and things like that. And I remember being in that place, a while back. It hasn't been that long, just a few years, that I really didn't pay attention to the trees or to the plants or to things like that. I really didn't even look at them as living. Yeah, they grew, but it just didn't, it just didn't connect in my mind. Like my consciousness was just very low. And that's what 3D is. Um, it's a structure to keep people in line. Um, it's believing that the past, that you have to fix the things from the past, and that the past defines your future, like I just said. But it's it's gone through, years and years of therapy, maybe over what happened in the past. Okay, which there's nothing wrong with therapy. There's nothing wrong with any of this. I'm just trying to if someone doesn't understand this, I'm just trying to explain it as best as I can. Then, and I think that's really, it's all the systems in place, and it's all the structures, and it's being taught when you're young that you have to do good in school and do good in sports and do good in this so that you can be this when you grow up, and you'll make a lot of money, and money's very important, and all of that. So that's all very 3D, which is just a consciousness. It's just a consciousness, which everything is consciousness. But the difference is, are you thinking, believing, and living and embodying? Which consciousness are you embodying? Okay. Um, then the 4D is sort of when you realize, wait, there's more to it. It's questioning. It's that phase of awakening and starting to question everything that you were taught, and everything that you learned growing up. And sometimes it can be really difficult because everything you thought was true is just all bullshit, and it's okay. All of it's okay. All of it is here for us to learn from. Everything that we've gone through has made us evolve as a spirit, as a soul, um, and as a living small being, that we are right now in the body, you know, or let me not say in the body because our spirit's in the body as well, but in the mind. All right. So the difference in all that and in the 5D or 5 density consciousness is so drastic. So the 5 density consciousness, the higher consciousness, is one of understanding that all of it is okay. Understanding that everything and everyone that you see is the divine. Every plant, animal, person, no matter who it is the divine. You as well are the divine. And it's realizing and understanding and embodying that. 5D is just realizing, that all of this is very temporary. This piece of life that we're living right now is just very temporary. And no matter what we go through, all of it is okay. All of it's just fine. It's non judgment, where 3D was very, very judgment, right? It's acceptance of everything, just the way it is. Uh, it's understanding that you are as free as the air. You're as free as the wind. You're as free as the water. You are as vast and as abundant and as expanded as the entire ocean. You are that of the entire universe, the stars. You are all of those things. You are. So this state of consciousness loves everyone, every being, just the way they are. And the way they are is just fine. They're just another expression of the divine. And not everyone is in the same place. And no one is better or worse than the next person. No. The person with the 5D consciousness is no better than the person in the 3D consciousness. No better. Just a different state of being. Just a different expression of the divine. Just a differently evolved expression of God. We all evolve and grow at our own pace, at our own rate, in our own way, in our own journey. And all of it is divine. Period. It's just looking at nature and just wanting to bow to it. It's looking at nature and just knowing that you are a part of that too. Looking at the trees and being able to sway with them. Just being able to sway with the trees. Being able to flow like the water, because you are all of these things as well. Being able to be as free you are in that higher consciousness. You are as free as the birds that go anywhere in the world that they want to go. Okay? It's beautiful. I had to come back and add this in here. Another big part of that higher consciousness is instead of having to do a bunch of therapy for all the things that you did in the past or happened in the past, instead of having to do that, looking at what it was, what it is, because really time is all now. Everything is present moment. So it's looking at that and being able to give love to it, being able to love it until it's no more. That's how you transmute it, being able to love it, look at it. Yeah, it happened. This is what happened. This is what it is. But this was part of my journey, and it's okay. And being able to accept it and give it love, therefore it transmutes. Okay? I had forgot to say that, and so I had to add that in there. So thank you. It's just beautiful. It's all just beautiful. So, in that higher consciousness, you are able to see all of it from a higher perspective. You're able to literally raise your awareness on top of all of this going on and just look down on it and love it. And love it meaning send it love. Send it love. Okay? Help it. Help it. Send it light. You are able to be a being of light. You are a being of light. You just dim yourself, growing up the way that we grow up in the society, which is going to change, dramatically in the next however many years. It's changing now already. How people are raising their children, not so tight and strict. And we own, and I own you, and you have to do this way and that way. No, those children are beings, and they're free, and they're little expressions of the divine as well. And they have to find their own way. We can't show them the way. All this showing, do this and do that, maybe that's not their way. Okay? They have to find their way. We all have to find our way. No one is right or wrong. No one is right or wrong. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you because it's a completely different mentality. It's a completely different state of mind. Me and you and if you put 10 people and line them up, everyone's going to be in their own world completely. That's another thing, that in that higher consciousness, all of these worldly things don't really bother us. We might let it, I find myself often throughout the day, I work with the public, customer service. So I do find myself leaning throughout the day here and there back into that 3D mindset. But then I catch myself so quick and I just say, this is just another expression of the divine that may be a little lost right now. And that's their journey, and that's okay. So it's my job to embody that divine presence and that higher consciousness to shine a light on the person that I'm talking to, maybe, that is going through a hard time and that's stuck in that 3D matrix. Okay, which is not bad. It's all good. It's all okay. So I just wanted to say that. I've just been, man, when I look at nature, when I look at the birds, I just want to cry. Life is really beautiful. Life can really be beautiful. You just have to open your mind. You have to expand. You have to expand your way of thinking. Because the way that we've been thinking for thousands of years is not wrong. It's hard. It's fucking hard to think like that and to be constantly judging things and judging situations, if it's good or bad, if it's this or that. No, throw all that away. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me, you know? Stop judging everything. Try to just lean back and try to just lean back and breathe and listen to the sounds and look at whatever you're looking at and allow it to be just fine. Allow all of it to be perfect. Allow the noise and the hollering. Maybe there's kids, and for me, there's cats and kids, and maybe they're being loud. Sometimes they're mean. Sometimes they're, whatever. Maybe feel sometimes. Uh, I'm not going to go there, but I just wanted to say, to jump on and say this because I feel it's really important to educate people, especially people that are living in that lower consciousness, that trapped energy, that ugh, that trapped energy, to free that, because you can free it and it's beautiful. So, if you have any questions, if you'd like me to talk about something different in a video, please leave a comment below. And if you like this kind of content, if you think that you can learn something from the way that I'm living and sharing about it, then subscribe to the channel. I definitely do appreciate it. I want to be. I don't look at myself as a teacher. I feel like I'm a sharer. I want to share my experiences because the way that I'm living and the life that I have is beautiful. It's not fancy or anything like that, but all of it's internal. When you find that internal beauty and you find that internal just peace, it is priceless. It doesn't matter where the hell you are. It's priceless. All these people and all these gurus and all in India that live on the streets that are happy as hell. They're just fucking happy all the time. Yeah, they're happy. It's an internal thing. It's not an external thing at all. The external will change with it typically, if you want it to. Sometimes people just want to live on the streets, and that's okay. Imagine just everything being okay. That's what it is. Everything's okay, you know? So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content that I share, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, thank you for watching. Namaste. I send you lots of love, lots of healing, lots of high frequency vibration. I just send that all to you and you receive it. And thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.